Hello friends, this is Catherine Marie and I am recording live, well not live, but you know what I mean, from my bed. I am trying to take a nap here because I'm a little out of breath because I just tried to change my little one's bedding because there was an accident last night, and for some reason just getting those corners over the sides of the mattress just really zap my strength and make me short of breath and make my arms hurt and, all that stuff. So I am here laying in bed. My day has been pretty lonesome. And I spend a lot of time thinking about our community and just the insanity that all of this is, and just thinking of all the people who have long COVID out there and how drastically long COVID affects our lives, how we think even, how we feel, numerous physical ailments, and then the reaction of having to deal with all of these things, and how that in turn affects every single aspect of our lives. It affects our work lives, our sexual lives, our emotional lives, our spiritual lives, every single area, every aspect, our professional lives, our family, friends, social lives. I mean, it just goes on and on. I mean, there's no area that long COVID really doesn't touch. And I was just thinking about how to accept this and how to acknowledge that life may not ever be what it was, and how to get there, how to keep getting there, because there are times it's like the grieving process, A lot of times you can feel like you're in one stage of grief and you feel like you're in an acceptance stage or phase, and then all of a sudden you're in denial again and you're just like, what is happening? Well, I thought I was cool with this, and it's just frustrating. Your brain is tired, your body is feeling like it's not even the body that you have grown up with and have known your whole life. It feels completely different. And you're trying to think about, what is my purpose in life? What am I doing? I don't know. There is a concept in the religion that I was raised in where suffering can be, the term is redemptive, and it can be used to you can offer your suffering for other people and other things, or offer it as a prayer. And I do think that the idea is a very beautiful one. I struggle with it myself because of my own, I think we all have complicated relationships with our faith, right? I think, if you don't, then that's great. I admire that. But it's hard to think in a spiritual sense all the time. I keep coming back to the practical aspect of my life and how how do I rebuild a new life where I'm unable to do pretty much anything I was ever able to do before? And I mean, the thing I do the most all day is sleep, like the 10 or 15 minutes that I spend making episodes in my bed, it's not even a good indicator of what my life is really like, because I am just trying to process what's happening, what has happened to my life, what is currently happening, what continues to happen in my life. The only thing that has been helpful lately is that my husband just always jokes with me that all I have to do is lay there and smell nice, because, my daughter just wants snugs, and, just to have me there smelling like myself apparently is very calming for her and for him. And it's like a little joke that I don't have to do much. I just, have to lay there and smell like myself, which is great. But I always viewed my life success as who I'm able to help. And I just don't feel like I'm helping nearly as many people as when I was practicing as a nurse practitioner, as a social worker, as a nurse. I was helping everybody every day, and it was so fulfilling. And not always fulfilling. Sometimes you get pains in the butt people that are not very pleasant to interact with, but in general, it's fulfilling to be able to help people. And it's just, I just keep thinking, God, who can I even help from laying in my bed? I don't know. It's just, I just can't believe, after my whole life so far, all of the education that I've had leading up to this moment, all of my life experience, and I can't really do anything to help anyone. I can barely take care of myself, and it's frustrating. I need to do basic things like run an errand. I have to plan it out like for the week almost. It's so embarrassing, but and just insane that I have to think about this stuff. Like, I don't know how other people are doing this. And I know that there are a lot of people that are even worse off than me, that are even more sick, and I don't know how they do it either. I have no idea how. I guess we just take it a day at a time, a minute at a time, but it's frustrating. Like, all I ever wanted to do was help people. I love helping people. I love helping them, like, feel better or develop in a certain way or something. And it just feels like I'm not able to even take care of myself, let alone help anybody else. And that is hard. That's something that I'm grieving really hard, because my career, and not even just my career, just my ability to help people that were not having a good day, or just, I feel like I can't do anything. I'm stuck in my bed, It's just like, thank God that there are little things that you can see when you do a little podcast, and you can see how many countries are listening in, and how many people, and it's honestly not a very big spread of people that listen to this podcast. And it may be more later on, because I have a feeling that long COVID is not anywhere done with us. But it is cool to see all these different countries, that listen in, and people from different countries. And it also makes me feel really humbled. Like, wow, what do I have to say that anyone would want to listen to. I guess it's more just like, because not that I have anything to say that's like so great, but just because I'm vocalizing what I'm feeling and that it resonates with people. I think that's more what it is. So at least there's that, but still, I mean, I don't know. I just think about this all the time. Like, what's the point? My husband said that one of the things that that I'm not realizing or I'm not calculating is how much the people whose lives that I am a part of, like mainly my kid's life and my husband's life, like how much I'm helping them, because my spouse, he's going through a big change in his life, and my little one is growing up, and it's good to be there for both of them. But it's just hard to see, I don't know, maybe I have these delusions of grandeur that keep getting me into trouble, but I just always thought that I would be able to do more to help more people. And here I am lying in a bed. And it's just maddening to me. It's just really maddening. So it's just like you get caught up in your own head, and you feel like you're the only person in the world because you're not interacting with anyone. And time just is all warped, and you can't think straight sometimes, and it's just really hard. But then later on in the same day, even sometimes you feel better. And so you never know when you're feeling like crap, how long you're going to feel like crap. And then if you're going to be better that day, you don't even know. Like, you could be fine in a few hours, or you could be not well for days, and it's really hard to know what to expect. And it's so hard because you're just going up and down with your symptoms, and they're just constantly waxing and waning, and then you get a new symptom, and then you're like, oh, this is fun. Yay, long COVID's such a fun ride. Let me get off this ride, please, I don't know. I hope that we all get, I hope that there is a cure that is found. I hope that we can just take a freaking medication that will just make it go away. I feel frustrated when people say, oh, all you have to do is eat an anti-inflammatory diet and pace yourself. Okay, do you have long COVID? I don't know. It's kind of oversimplistic, I think. And yeah, those things can make you a little bit better, but it's just overall the level of bad that I feel, I don't think any amount of anti-inflammatory diets are going to cure me. Granted, I do try to do these things that are supposed to be helpful, but it's really hard to spend your whole life trying to do these things to make yourself just 1% better than you were when you didn't have to try so hard. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just really frustrating. I'm just really frustrated, and I think the next few days, I think I'm gonna try to just think about how to rebuild my life. I don't even know how. I don't even know how to begin rebuilding my life, because I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to work again. And right now, all I'm doing is, making little crochet animals, the woobles, and I watch TV shows while I'm doing the crocheting, or I'm sleeping, or I'm just crocheting because my brain can't handle having the TV on, or I'm just listening to a TV show with my eyes closed because my eyes can't take it. But it's just I feel like my life is so small and so like not even a real life right now. I feel like if people knew what it was really like, they would be like, holy crap, how are you living? And that's how I feel every day. Not every day, but that's how I feel sometimes. It's just like, how am I doing this? I look back and I think, oh my God, I have not been at work. I haven't been able to work. Let's see, how many months has been? So like 8 months, I haven't been able to work. 8 months. It feels like an eternity. And I just feel like, why can't somebody figure it out? And why can't I just snap my fingers and go back to work? When will this be over? Is it ever going to be over? Is this going to be something like HIV AIDS where I'm just going to be, have it forever and it's just something that I have to learn to live with? Or is there going to be a cure? I don't know, It's just been, it's hard now that we've finally moved everything to being in our new place, less monthly expenditures, and everything is kind of feeling like it's more like it's slowing down, and I'm supposed to be resting, and I'm trying to rest. I'm trying to keep my health good. I'm trying to do whatever my body permits me to do to take care of it, exercising or sleeping or, trying to eat well. I don't know. I it's just crazy. I can't wrap my head around how crazy long COVID is. And the other thing is just how hard it is to socialize with people because you don't know if you can you don't know if you're going to have energy by the time the time comes where you're going to hang out with somebody. You don't know if you're going to be half dead in your bed or if you are going to feel okay. And then even if you feel okay, you don't know if you're going to have enough energy to get out of the house and to get dressed and, all of that. Or it's just so many different layers of complication just to do simple things. And another thing is I'm always putting my phone on Do Not Disturb when I'm sleeping. And so people call me and they want me to call them back, and I don't want to call them back. I don't feel like I can call them back because I don't like talking to somebody on the phone is about 10 to 20 times more energy than it is for me to make an episode and process what I'm feeling that day, basically. So if someone's asking me how I'm doing or how, I was talking to someone earlier today who was listening to the show, and she was trying to see if she had long COVID. And I was trying to, talk to her and everything. And she wanted to talk on the phone. And I really struggle with talking on the phone because it just completely exhausts me. And because I have my little one coming home, I don't want to be passed out by the time she gets home. I try to sleep while she's at school and rest when she's at school, so that way when she comes home I can be awake and present and a good mom, And it's hard because I just feel like everything that I have to do socially with people, the way that you usually keep up socially, the things that I used to love doing, going to visit people, talking to them on the phone, doing a Marco Polo, which is it's kind of like leaving video voicemails for each other so you can listen to it in real time, or if you're in different time zones, it's a way to communicate with somebody where you feel like you're close because you can, it's a video. Anyway, I think I just butchered that, how I was trying to explain it, but all the things that I used to do to feel close to people, it just has gotten so hard to do any of it. And it's just hard. So if you have any advice on how you have started to rebuild your life, I would love to hear it. Because some days I feel like I know what I'm doing, and some days I really don't. And I think that part of this is just that we are all supposed to help each other out with all of this, because no one person has all the answers, So anyway, I think that is more than enough for today. Thank you for listening, and please take very, very good care of yourself. Okay? All right. We'll talk again soon. Take care. Bye.